Hello, welcome back to the stream. We are going to be playing some Anime Warrior Simulator 2. I feel like I'm just going to call it Anime Warriors, just to make it a little shorter. It's always like a mouthful every time that I try to say the name. But yeah, so we are going to be on the server, and to get into the server, there is the command in the description. Now we did kind of put it in more of a paragraph thing, but it does say use the command. And then right after that, it has the command right there. Nightbot will automatically put it in for you. Hello, Fire. How's it going? So, anyways, I was thinking about using this for the most part. That way we just have some sort of icon on the screen. But to figure out that whole idea of trying to like make it move or like something, I'll have to possibly see if I can like get someone to figure that out for me. Goodness. But anyways, I think if anything, that little avatar that we have in the bottom right here, let me just move this down a little bit. But that little avatar, I'm kind of hoping that maybe, just maybe, we could get it like to be like not highlighted, but each time when we talk it highlights or something like that. I've seen some people do something very similar to it. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out our team. Now we do have the luck team on currently. Let's put on our DPS team. Nothing's really changed since the last stream to now. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind, something did change. Apparently we got lucky enough and got a additional Grim Monster. That means we need at least one more in order to do what we want to do. And that is making this bad boy into 3 stars. Now, I don't know exactly if we should attempt to reroll. We do have 1800 rerolls, so we could potentially try it out. But we do have the beginner dungeon starting in 3 minutes. So if anyone wants to come join up, be sure to come join. And we will be running the beginner dungeon. Here's my current stats. Oh, we're so close to that crit chance being 100. Once it's at 100, then I think we'll be set. Yeah, so we are quite strong. We're not as strong as BXW, sadly, but you guys will know exactly who BXW is. He usually tunes in, but not until about like 30 minutes from now. But yes, he is a strong player. I'm just gonna go sit over here by the beginner thing just because it's about to open up. And I think last time we said that we wouldn't do the yen boosters, but we would do the lux and the damage boosters. We do have enough XP boosters, so we don't really need those. And you know what? We have a little more than a minute. I'm just going to go ahead and grab these chests. Hey, BXW. So, let me grab the group chests. For some reason, the group chest is super amazing in comparison to the VIP one. Are you going to change your brawler into a hunter after you get 100% crit? So essentially what hunter does, it doubles your crit chance. So as long as you have more than 50%, you're good. So technically anyone could run hunter, but I'm not sure. There we go. Let's go ahead and head right on in. But yeah, no, it doubles your crit and then also doubles your crit damage. I think last time we figured it out. I forget if it was like times 90 of your base or something like that, or was it like 60? It was something insane though, because I had it figured out during one of the streams. We did like a damage test and it was quite the ridiculous number. Because we had a fighter that only did like a billion damage DPS wise. But with Hunter, he was doing like 600 billion or something when he was using his special attacks. But yeah, it was crazy. Have a nice stream. I have to stand up now and do some work. Alright. Thank you for tuning in, BXW. Hope to see you a little bit later then. We should be live for at least a good 2 hours, give or take. I see Fire has joined back. And also, I need to check out to see what level our artifact is at, because we've been kind of working on it. It's only at 63. We have 17 more levels, so that's going to take quite a while for us to do that. And let's go ahead and equip our drops team. We need this guy on there. Technically, we don't really need him on, but it's just in case. Just make sure that we make it nice and fast. I see we already got a daily done. Perfect. And I have a feeling if I'm super lucky, I could potentially get another Grim Monster. So we'll probably do that overnight. And right now, my are you streaming tomorrow? I guess it depends on when I go out of town. If it's later on, like 3 or something, then yeah, we'll stream tomorrow's update. I'm hoping that we're gonna do the evening session for bingo. If that is the case, then yes, we can do the update stream. But that's mainly only if we're doing the evening session. Because I honestly don't really know, but yeah. Alright, have a good one, BXW. Let's see, what are we gonna get? We got another luck boost. That's a shame. Did you buy all the game pass? Just curious. Yeah, so I did buy all the game passes at one point. Except for that was a while ago. I think that was was it April when we started playing this? Or was it May? It might have been April. It was during one of our live streams a while ago. And during that, like the day after, we went and bought all the game passes that was available. Let me do a quick search on that. Because it wasn't that long ago. Let me see. It was a live stream. I remember that. Yeah, so it was April 29th. It was when we started playing the game, so it must have been April 30th when we tried. Because then we did live stream after live stream after live stream of just constantly helping people out with the dungeons. But yes, we do have all the game passes. I can just show you real quick, even though I can't really see what's going on screen. But yes. And also remember, we are doing the giveaway on the 21st, so in case if you guys want to try and get some game passes, that is the best way to go about it. I still have not decided on what the prize is going to be. We could do like 1500, or we could potentially offer the Omega Luck, but that's pretty expensive. I think that's like 1700 Robux, and with 1700 I think we can only do 2, maybe 3 winners. I would have to double check on the price for that and just figure that all out. I know someone was wondering if they could save their giveaway prize for like another giveaway. The chances of winning multiple are very slim, especially with the amount of people that do end up entering them. Will you do pet capsules update? Depends. Like, so on Saturday I'm going out of town, but I'm not exactly too sure when we're heading out, and that's kind of why I'm debating if we'll be able to even do the anime warriors update. You'll make a locks. Yeah, so if we did 3, that would be 5100. That'd go like 100 over. So I guess we could do that, and then it would give someone, or it would give everyone something to look forward to. Because currently, for the giveaways, we've been doing the 1000 Robux to give to five players. But if we did the 1700 as a prize, it would either allow them to get the Omega Luck, or just mix and match game passes all the way up to 1700. So yeah, so we might actually just do that. I mean, less winners, it It would be kind of so-so. Plus, it's always best to like change it up a little bit. So yeah, we'll probably just plan on that. Wait, did I not see a fuse on that? Oh no, there it is. There's the fuse. I seen like the purple thing pop up, and I was like, wait a minute. I don't see the quotation like fuse thing. All right, good. Ah, man, oh man. But no, I will have to talk to Blasted. Blasted's the guy that does a lot of VTubing stuff, so maybe he might know how to go about doing the highlighting and unhighlighting of the images. So yeah, hello, I'm gonna laugh if someone who barely plays gets it. Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. It'll probably be like that one player that got my mega rainbow pet. I tried to go message him, but never got a response, and I think it's just some random alt, because there isn't really much on there. But oh well. I'm still waiting on the rainbow machine to finish up with my current megas. And then we might transfer that to our alt so we don't accidentally trade them off. And I'm also still debating on an idea. I was telling Mono about it at one point. Actually, I think it was during last stream. So they have a thing for their partnership. If you're like a TikToker, you have to have a certain amount of views, and if we make a video on that game, not like in probably like the friendliest tone or anything, but just pointing out a few little things that might actually make the game a little better, and make that like super popular to fit the partnership thingy, then maybe it would be kind of funny. Oh, did you see the other offer I gave you in Discord? Something about the shiny neon line or something like that. I know Mono gave me a free skyline that was rainbow and neon, because they were just like, oh, Tricky, you might need this for the grind. I was like, all right, I guess. Ah, goodness. So let's go ahead and go back to the dungeon. We are going to be doing the insane dungeon, so if anyone wants to come join up, feel free. Man, I've been really slacking on the yen grind. I used to be like super rich, but now I'm just like down here in the poor land. Yeah, I was offering a neon skyline for your shiny one. Not too sure. I'll have to think more on that. But then again, I honestly don't really play the game too much. I'm still debating if I should really make videos on it. It's still just like a toss up. But we did put some advertisements out on TikTok. Granted, we only made one video. It was like 48 seconds long. Let me just see how good that's doing. We did promote it a little bit. Yeah, so it has 800 views. And basically it's just advertising the YouTube channel with the idea of these kind of streams. So maybe we might see some new faces, which would be kind of cool. But here we go. We are just gonna go start up from room 1 all the way up to 75. Hopefully it's not gonna be too hard. I know we had to have BXW's help in order to make the time frame, but it looks like we only have one other person here, so that's perfect. That means they're not gonna be super tough for us to get through. I think last time they made it up to 100 trillion, and it was just a struggle. It was a struggle. It took us 12 minutes from 1 to 75 just to do it. Also, the coin grind on that game is ridiculous. On pet capsules, just me getting carried. LOL. Yeah, I sat there and I did the 24-hour grind on pet capsules, and I only have 1.6 E to show for it. So I'm not too sure if I'm gonna try and get that hidden area. Are you able to reach room 20 on Impossible Dungeon? I'm not too sure. I don't think I can. Maybe if we had like BXW's help, then possibly. I can only reach 13 at the moment. Dang. So I haven't actually tried the solo wise. So I honestly have no idea. I have no idea if I can. I know a good strat. What's that? Oh, for pet capsules. Well, I mean, the best strat is just to have a lobby that's completely full with friends and just grind it like that. But then we would have to have pets that wouldn't like insta pop it. Because if everyone had their megas on that just like instantly destroyed it, then only half of us would actually get coins. So we would have to probably just use sky cheetahs, I think. I think that would probably be the best strat for it. Because then we should get the same amount each time that we destroy it. But we would also have to try and destroy it within 10 seconds, so I guess we would have to balance it out a little bit. Let's see. I almost want to grab a Nos, but I'm not too sure. I've been actually saving the Gnosis so I can convince my convince my morning self to get up. So if you guys don't know, I have kind of like a wonky sleep schedule now. I've been actually streaming for about like 2 hours in the early morning, and then I go to sleep for like 4 to 5 hours. After that I wake up and then I go back on the Diablo 4 grind. So I still dedicate like at least 4 hours to the game. But the grind is like brutal. It's so ridiculous. Like I feel like I'm not like a casual player on that game. I'm like in between the casual and like the serious grinder type of thing. But with the amount of grinding that we've been putting in, grinding probably about like almost 20 mil XP within that time frame, we're just barely moving. It's like we're just barely turning a wheel. Because the levels take so much XP. So I'm at 81 and it takes about 11 or 12 million XP just to level up once, and it's just silly. Goodness, oh goodness. But I will say I've been helping out a few buddies in the game. And it's really actually given me something to do in that game. Because right now it's all super repetitive. But yes. And then we'll try and see how far we can get in the Impossible Tower after we get done getting up to room 75. I think in order to do the room 75 in Insane when we get more and more people later on in the stream, we'll probably have to skip up to 50, hoping that they actually do have room 50 unlocked. If they do, then perfect. Because last time I found out that I could probably make it up there in like 12 to 13 minutes with the given 10-minute time frame. It's kind of a shame. Should I try and get secret from First World? You could. And pretty much any secret will outdo your mythicals. And if you're super lucky to get a potential one, then yes, it would blow it out of the water. And also, it'd probably be the cheapest way to go about it too. So I think the First World is only like, is it 10 yen or 30 yen for each egg open? So it's like super cheap. And there's no possible way for you to actually run out of yen, especially if you're like mid-game. 30? Yeah, so 30 yen per pull. Oh, never mind, 90. Well, still, 90 is still very, very minimal. Like, it's super low, and it's like, so if you're up there in the billions or trillions for like yen wise, it's literally nothing. My first time trying to get a secret. Yeah, it basically what's going to happen is that it's going to probably take a few days to fully fill up the secret pity. But if you're lucky enough, there's a few free to play players that have actually gotten it within like, I want to say one of them got it within like 600. No, it was a little less. I think it was once in like 300,000 pulls out of the 500,000, which is actually pretty insane, especially with the luck being so low. But they might have had like a lucky team on, so I'm not too sure. But even trying to get a secret just right off of like not out of pity is super like insanely lucky. Because I will say I've grinded for about like 4 days before, never once got a secret, and I didn't have a pity for the egg, so it was kind of a massive rip. A rip on my yen amount, and a rip on the time used to potentially try and get one. But yes, miracles can happen. Oh goodness, we only have 3 minutes. Let's see if we can actually make it in time. Come on, team, I believe in you. And if we do get a Grim Monster, I feel like we probably won't have our best fighter for the update, if that is true. I'm so hyped tomorrow. New update and new dungeon room 100 for floor 20. Yes, yes. Also, BXW, can you actually get up to floor 20 solo or no? And what's even on floor 20? Actually, secret isn't possible for free to play players. Yeah, there's a handful out there that actually did get like naturals, but they were insanely lucky, and they even asked in Discord saying, "Hey guys, so I got a secret, not from pity. Does that just mean that I'm lucky, or is it just a common thing?" Oh, only 18? Dang. Yeah, so I would never get anywhere close to that then. Someone asked me if I could get all the way up there. I think top 5 players can get up to floor 20. Yeah. Oh, you get... Wait, so there's an achievement. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's right. There is an achievement. A +1 egg open. Yeah, that would be insane if we could. But definitely, next update, we'll be able to do that. Also, the XW, we did manage to get one Grim Monster. I'm almost thinking about sacrificing this one. But then that means I also have to try and get a replacement for the Monarch. I do have a lore one somewhere down here. Let me just type it in. So we do have a couple that we could go to, but I'm not too positive on that. Oh goodness, I am gonna miss the Impossible Tower. You know, I probably should have just skipped up to 50. So I guess we're not strong enough to do it within the allotted time. But yeah, so we'll have to skip Impossible Tower, which is kind of fine. There are a few strong players in here as well. So I'm hoping that they could potentially do some carries on that one. But yeah, so we could potentially start the upgrading process on our 2-star shiny Grim Monster up to 3 stars with the Monarch secret along with the Plane secret, but I'm not too sure on it. Hello Google Gaming, welcome. How is your morning, evening, or I guess how's your day going? There we go. That's a very that's a very vague saying. You see what level? 66. Yeah, so we still got quite a ways to go on that one. When's next giveaway? Next giveaway is happening on the 21st. The 21st is the big giveaway, and so we've kind of decided to try and do the Omega Lucky Game Pass. So basically, the prize is going to be about like 1,700 Robux. So you guys could potentially get the one, or you could mix and match it all the way up to 1,700 Robux as the prize. But since we're doing such a big prize for the giveaway, that means there's only going to be 3 winners. And among the 3 winners, there's probably about 50 people that enter the giveaways itself. So it is going to be a very, very low chance of winning. And I know some people have always asked me, Tricky, why do you not just increase the amount of winners? Well, there is a simple answer to that. I am not rich. If I was, then yes, we could probably do like 10 winners, but we're not. So, anyways, that is the plan for the 21st. In case if anyone wants to enter for a chance to win 1,700 Robux of in-game items. Basically just game passes, unless you want like there's like some games that have like packs where you can get like certain items like swords, pets, so on. There's a lot of games out there, and I can't really cover them all. Why are you not rich? Well, you see, I did not get lucky with any of the lotteries. Have giveaway in Discord? Yeah, so eventually we were planning on doing a giveaway in Discord, but it's probably not going to happen for at least not like a month from now. It could happen like 2 months from now. And basically the Discord one will probably be like a $5 gift card, whether if it's a Robux gift card or a Steam gift card. I know some people are get bored of Roblox and they go on to Steam, so that's fine. So we'll probably do something like that. And I've seen some people try and cheat the system by like changing their Discord name to whatever. But a little fun fact, when someone does win, I just click on there and just message them directly. But yeah, no, I've literally seen it before where they just change their display names and all of a sudden I get 3 people that have the same display name saying, "Hey, Tricky, I won." I was like, no, you're not pulling a fast one. I think it was for some blade throwing simulator pets. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. If I believe correct. But it was like some like insane thing. What about what's a good Game Pass for you? So basically this giveaway that we're doing on Wednesday, we pretty much are going to go with the most expensive Game Pass, but it does not mean that you have to get the most expensive one. You can mix and match it all the way up to whatever cost this is. So it costs $16.99. That means each individual winner, there's going to be 3 of them out of like the 50-some people that actually do enter it. So basically, if let's say if you don't want to get the Omega Lucky and you wanted to like mix and match all the way up to it, you could do like 2x yen with multiple opens, extra equips. I think that's all within that 1,700 range. Or like basically you could just go crazy. It does not have to be on this game. It could literally be on any game, just as long as it has a gifting system. And then the other thing is, we are not doing any donation games. There's a few things that I feel like are against TOS, and I think donation games are in that like little bracket. So I'm just going to stay away from that. Also, we had a few bad experiences as well with a few winners that wanted to do donation games, so that is another reason why we are staying away from that. Does it have to be on this game? No, it does not. So basically, the prize, you'll have at least 1,700 Robux to use on almost any game, just as long as it's a Game Pass, in-game item, or just something. Something that we can gift you through the shop. But yes. Yes, that is the pretty much the thing about it. I try to make it as clear as possible in the giveaway videos, but then again, it kind of slips my mind whenever I'm doing the actual recordings for it. I guess if it's a little confusing, then I apologize. Never won these giveaways. Yeah, the chances of winning are super low. And even some, like, I forget who it was, someone was saying that they wanted to possibly combine their winnings together, but then again they haven't entered one yet and they don't know the chances of it. So I figured instead of like trying to figure out like if they were to win and then they like claim it later on, which would be a huge headache, and trying to like figure that all out, we decided just to use that as the premise for this next upcoming giveaway. But the important Game Pass. So a lot of people tend to favor multi-open with fast open. That's probably how you're gonna get the secrets a little quicker. Those are usually the go-to for like if you won the 1000 Robux giveaway. Another one that people tend to go after is 2x yen, so you can continuously gain enough yen to keep opening or AFK open. There's auto clicker, which is almost like a must. It's only I believe it's only 80 Robux, if I believe correct. So there's a bunch down here that you could easily get. Trait luck is kind of so I honestly don't really know on how much it improves it, but I feel like trait luck for me just does not work. I could literally roll like 100 times and still end up with like strong 1. But I guess there's just some people out there that might say different. Basically, it's just up to you on what kind of Game Pass you would even want if you did end up winning. If you want to try and get the secret pities completely filled up a little quicker, then I would go with the multi-open and fast open. If you don't have that, I can get all Game Passes, but my mom won't let me buy Robux. Look at my amazing team, lol. Where? Oh, hold on. I was gonna say, I don't even see your team. How dare. But I think I'm hiding the other teams. Right, show other warriors. On. Yeah, so I'm not seeing them. I'm not seeing them. Extra equip, it's not so important. So extra equip is just for extra damage. Granted, it will definitely help you out if you're trying to like solo carry and like solo farm the dungeons. But mainly if you're trying to get better fighters and secrets, it's probably best to go with multi-open and fast opens. Because if you have that, you'll probably open about like, let's say if you did reach the 50,000 on like 50,000 eggs opened on one of the eggs itself, it'll also increase your your egg hatching speed again. So you'll go from like, let's say 8,000 an hour to about like 17,000 an hour on that egg, and then you'd pretty much combine it and you'll probably open anywhere from like 400,000 to like 500,000 within a 24-hour span, as long as you're AFK grinding. And from there you can get as many secret pities super quick. Yo, stop by to say hi. I have to go, but hope you have a great stream. How's your day going? My day is going pretty good, Aza. I hope your day is going pretty good as well. Let's see. I think we're gonna go with our drops team. I think that's the plan. There we go. By the way, I can solo easy 100 now. Nice. Nice, Leo. Oh, nice. We got the Titan. Oh, and they have a pretty stacked team too. They got a few Grim Demons that have the Angelic on. I feel like I should almost give other people a chance. I'm just gonna lower this. I'm gonna make this like 50. I feel like 50 might be good, and I'll just cover the right side. That way it's almost being fair. You know what? Let's make it a little lower. So I know there's some other people in here trying to farm, and it wouldn't be fair of me just to hog everything. My grand gems and pet capsules. Alright, fire. And also let me know if you want to try and like make I guess a profile picture. Like I said, that is one of the few free apps that I get in Streamlabs. But the reason why I get to access those apps is because I have the I think it's called Streamlabs Pro or something like that. So it's not really free, but it's free to the people that have the Streamlabs Pro feature. So yeah. And the customization is kind of so-so. You get some options, but not too many. Which I'm kind of hoping that they fix that at some point. Oh, Streamlabs Ultra. Possibly. I know last time they called it Pro, but that's probably what it is now. Which I also use the app called Pretzel Rocks, which is this is one of the stations that they have on it too. I've been using the Happy EDM. It's usually my go-to, but they have some weird music on the station. Like some things that you would probably hear in some kind of space techno kind of vibe. But I will say this song is not that bad. And also, I've not really gone around to doing the 2 quests that I've been claiming about the last stream. I'ma still have stream open, just gonna grind. I'm at 408 gold, nice. What are you gonna do with all the gold? Are you gonna get the auto attack? Assuming that you don't have it yet. Or if you do have it, are you going to upgrade it? Technically, you don't really need that big of a range. They kind of made it easy for players to be able to like grind, like AFK grind at the boss areas with the 50 range, which is amazing. But if you wanted to be able to easily farm these dungeons, you'd probably need about like a 70 or maybe like 80 range. So if we make this big again, let me even 60 would be good. 60 would be fine. Cause here, look at the coverage, and then you just barely have to move, especially if you guys are on mobile. So it'll definitely make things so much easier. Granted, before you guys could see me just like click away and I would like miss everything, which was just bad times. But with this, it just makes me even lazier. So close to auto attack, nice. And then the neat thing with auto attack is that instead of like having your auto clicker click on the bosses non-stop, you can honestly just have it like click up over here, like just somewhere on screen, so it just makes it seem like you're still active in the game, which is kind of nice. Because I know sometimes when I tried making it click the boss, sometimes it won't actually register that I'm attacking the boss. It was kind of weird. I would usually end up missing out on so many materials during those nights. Alright, let me lower my range again, so I can give other people a chance. We'll just have to focus in more on like the surroundings, just in case people miss something. But pretty soon we are gonna have a pretty stacked team. Once we get the 3-star shiny, that means that we can potentially start working on another 3-star shiny process, which is going to be a lot of sleepless nights. Oh goodness, am I so happy about that. But yeah, no, either way, it's going to be pretty amazing if we can get that going for other fighters, but I'm not exactly too sure on what fighter we should do next. I think since we got the Black Clover one, should we be doing something like in the newer ones, or should we focus on one of the other ones that we have currently? Which we do, I think we do have a founder or two. Let me just check that out. I'm pretty sure we might have some founders. Oops. Yes, we do technically have 2 founders. We got this one and that one. So we could potentially get like start farming that one, and then worst case scenario we can sacrifice the Monarch. The Monarch would be something that we could easily replace. Like you guys seen before, we have about 5 Monarchs, but you can only use 2 of them to buff up your team. We would probably lose out on the overall damage, just like from the people on the team, but we would also gain in the stars. But essentially, the goal is to have a full team of like 3-star shiny secrets. That's always the end goal for a lot of players. And if we could do that, then I think we can go places. I feel like at some point I'm probably gonna grab my chips. I have Takis. Super spicy chips. But for some reason I've been just craving like something that's like spicy, and I honestly don't really know why. I used to do like a bunch of hot sauce stuff. I just can't speak, can't even talk. We used to do a lot of that, but nowadays we haven't really been touching that hot sauce. Let's see, I feel kind of bad. I think some guy was grinding coins and I just came here and stole them all. Dang. Alright, Leo, have a good one. I hope to see you in one of the future streams. And also remember, one of our community game nights, we did kind of plan on doing a Michael Zombies stream night. So if you guys want to take part in that, we are still working out the date for that one specifically. As to when it's going to happen, I'm not entirely sure. But either way, it should be pretty amazing once we do get it going. I'm thinking that we might try and aim for like high 100s for the giant map. But yes, have a great rest of your day, Leo, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, I kind of feel like we should almost mass produce a bunch of like anime warrior thumbnails. That way we can just always have something new for like the dungeon carry ones. Bring the hot sauce shots back. They were hilarious. Yo, I am back. Welcome back, Google. Well, I mean, I did try doing a shot of like hot sauce and it was just, I don't know, it was just gross. It was like super sludgy, and but then again, I chose like the worst hot sauce for it. So I have like some running ones, and I feel like that probably would have been better than the one that we chose. Yeah, so we could potentially try and do some hot spoons on here, but I would have to figure out how to get like the camera and stuff, because basically I just want to have like a zoomed in version of just like the hot spoon that we have, and then us just like getting it down. And as to how to redeem it, I'm not entirely sure. I guess we could try and like plan it in. Alright, so we'll probably skip up to 50, that way we have more than enough time. So I'm kinda hoping. There we go. We'll equip our best team. This should give us more than enough time to make it all the way up there. Because last time it took us 13 minutes, and we still want to try and grind the impossible tower. Especially to get those coins. These coins right here are going to be essential. And I'm kind of curious if they're going to increase the rank, because if they do, they also have to give us enough time to get the next two. That is, if they do. Because this one's 30 hours to claim, and some people can't stay AFK'd for 30 hours. I'm guessing they'll probably push it up to 40 if they do increase it. Alright, let's get it. We only got 25 to get all the way up, but we should be able to do it pretty easily. A battle has appeared in Golden Kingdom. You know, maybe we might be able to make that battle. I think it gives us like 4 to 5 minutes to make it to it. We might actually plan to do that as well. But then again, it kind of depends on how long it takes us to go through the 20 rooms. Come on, game, be kind to us. We don't need the big numbers, the big bosses. We want some really weak ones. 4 minutes until battle. Dang, I'm not too sure if we can get the 20 rooms in 4 minutes. I know there's always an exception to the battles. There's one exception that we kind of made up during one of our streams. If there's ever an insane battle for like one of the late game worlds, we would automatically go do it regardless. Just because the insane battles barely pop up in this server and they're really rare to see. If you go into their server and go to the LFG group, there's a lot of people advertising their insane battles, but they only accept certain people in there, so kind of 50-50 with that. I'm still working on the level, so once we get our artifact all the way up to level 80, then I think we would be set. We'd be set in the DPS department. Right now it should be like 65. Or no, 67, which is even better. Actually, I'm gonna grind some blimp capsules. Their values are jumping so high. How do you even get the blimp capsules? Is it in the hidden area or no? Actually, let me pull this up. What is this? No, it's a secret. Cause I know it's not in not in the shop. So you can't use it to get gems and whatnot. You know, I don't think we're gonna make that battle. 2 minutes have gone by and we made it up 10 floors, but we still have another 10 to go. Goodness, oh goodness. And so we might try and advertise the YouTube channel a little bit on TikTok. I know TikTok is banned in like a few countries, but I think that might be the plan. Because if we can get more users into the streams and whatnot, that means we can help more people out. And it's always going to be like something that I've been trying to work towards. Because more people we can help out, the better. That means that we can essentially be like the full-on community player that I've been aiming to be. Granted, some community players give a lot to the community itself, but I can't really do that. The most I can really do is donate a little bit of my time to the cause. So yeah. So we'll probably be planning on doing that, and we'll probably use a little bit of our Diablo time to make that a reality. So yeah. But dang. I guess in a way, at least TikTok isn't as bad as Snapchat. Like for the privacy related items, because I don't think I've ever really told stream. So like a long time ago, I think it was like eight months ago, everyone was talking like bad about TikTok, this and that. But there was one time I tried Snapchat out. I mainly just downloaded it because someone that I used to work with only uses Snapchat for their messaging or like calling feature, and I really wanted to hang out with them at some point. So I downloaded it, made an account, did like a bunch of things, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I have this now. Maybe we might actually talk to them at some point. So I kind of like left that on its own, and then weeks, like 2 weeks went by. I looked back at Snapchat and it gave me a list. It gave me a recommended friends list, and you'll never believe what happened. So I have a few things where it has like a different friends list on like different games and whatnot. And Snapchat did something that I just didn't really think would be possible. It went through all those many different apps, many different games, got everyone that was considered as my friend in all those different apps, and compiled a list of all their Snapchats on this list. And I was like, what? It did all that behind the scenes, and it was just crazy. It was crazy to even think about. Yeah, it's so basically the list itself had so many usernames that I honestly don't really know if I even knew them, but I guess they're on one of the many apps that I have. But yeah, so that was one of the craziest things that I've ever like really seen out of like any actual like mobile apps. But I'm not I'm not too sure if you guys have any crazy stories about your like any kind of like app experiences. I know I used to be really into some like war game apps, but mine wasn't on there. Nah, I doubt it. Because it went through Facebook, it went through Xbox, it went through like it was basically whatever had like a designated like friends list system that it recognized as a friends list. It was like, oh hey, you might know some of these people, and then it just like boom, bow or bam, there it was. And some of them I did recognize because if it was from Facebook, then I was like, oh, they were from high school. Great. But it was just so weird that it went and did that was all. Oh man, we'll barely make it for this just clearing 25 rooms. Means our DPS is not strong enough. You know, because I think I was talking to someone. I think their name was Chance. But anyways, they're a Twitch streamer, and they were telling me that they just could not trust certain apps or like certain things. They just could not trust it or get behind it. And I'm just kind of like in here just doing whatever, just because I've seen like a few videos where they kind of tested and experimented a few different things, and I've come to terms with it. Because there was like another video that was kind of interesting, which I could probably find it and send you the video link, Fire. But I mean, it's just something that's always happening, so I guess I just have a realistic standpoint, and I don't really mind it. But I'd rather not really get into all the nitty-gritty details about it. But it is just something that would be interesting just to look into is all. No, I'm still not sure what I think about the snake. The snake is kind of so-so. I still like the wings, but I kind of wish that you could have like the wings, but still be like match it for like the fastest speed, instead of just being forced to always like go up to like the next mount. I feel like they should do that in this game. This game would be so much better. Because then instead of just being forced with the current like new and best mounts, you could like, let's say you wanted to ride the Golden Cloud or the race car and still have it match the speed. But if they do that, it'd probably be a Game Pass, and that might be a rip. Ah, goodness. But I suspect we should be able to make it beyond floor 10, possibly 12. At least that's the hope. Ooh, I almost fell right off. I almost fell straight off. That would have been bad. Let's pull that. 68. We're still waiting on that, getting all the way up to 69, potentially 70. I don't see us getting it in this run, but maybe in the easy dungeon we'll be able to do it. But there, I think it was two streams ago when we were doing the last dungeon carry stream. I was pretty much advertising my one buddy that always streams on Twitch, and that very same morning he decided not to stream right away, but he did stream later on that day, and I felt a little bad. Mono was very excited to watch a guy rage for no reason, and he just did not. Well, I mean, he was raging when we were playing Diablo, but he wasn't live, so it was kind of a waste. And I probably would have streamed it, but at the same time, I don't really want to have people raging and cursing and swearing on the channel, so I decided not to. There we go. So yeah, so we'll be able to make it up to floor 10. Maybe I don't think we're gonna make it up to 15. Not in the time given. We'll probably make it up to 12, like I was guessing, possibly 13. But either way, I'm hoping that we get some good drops. Come on, game, give us the good drops. We need the luck. I would love it if we could get like the mythical. Hello, welcome to the stream. I seen the number popped up a little bit. Check out index. We still have not got the legendary one yet. We did get that one, so there is still quite a bit to get. Oh goodness, oh goodness! Get up there, start attacking. Oh goodness, that's 72 trillion. A lot. That is a lot. Alright, so we got that one. Definitely floor 12 for sure. I think we'll be on 13, but I don't think we'll be able to clear it with the time. I'm just kind of watching this gray thing just to see what happens with it. Yeah, so once it disappears, it just spawns in the staircase. I think what we do, we clear off the little mini guys, and then we attack the boss right after. Yeah, so we're currently on 12. My ult got new area. It's such a waste. Yeah. What is that? Number 80? Oh, I think that might be for damage. I'm pretty sure skull might be for damage. What's your base base DPS? I'm guessing you're probably 170 base. 185. Yeah, you're definitely up there for the base DPS then. Yeah. Got a few monarchs, and then you got a bunch of I feel like you probably got a couple of deities. If anything, I know angelic is ridiculous when you look at the little index. I'm kind of surprised that Max is still on. Usually he's not on. She Ugh. Goodness. We have a good minute. We should be able to make it up to 14 by the looks of it. Yeah. I think once we make it up to 14, we could probably call it good there, because I don't think we can make it up to 15. Yeah, so 200 trillion. There's no way. What's the weakest? 7 trillion. You know what? We'll attack this. We'll attack the 7 trillions. At least those we can get rid of. The 200, not so much. Because then at least we might have a chance for drops. That is the main idea. Goodness. There we go. Yeah, so with just enough time, we are able to beat all the little guys. Not the big guy, though. That's where we fall short. GG's all around. We got 2 minutes until the beginner dungeon opens up, so let's go over here and take a look at the leaderboards. Kinda curious. Assuming... Yeah, so I'm assuming it must be the free-to-play one. This one. Maybe? 80. 80's that one. Dang. The fish guy is so high up there. So... Let's see, Lord... ID, maybe it's on this one? I'm not too sure. It just shows loading. Oh goodness. It's on one of these, and I'm not too sure. Like, it just shows loading on them. Ah, man. Either way, let's go ahead and do the beginner dungeon. This is where we put on our little drops team. There's a chance of potentially trying to get something good. And I never really understood this double door thing. I know it's a bug, but I mean, it looks weird. goodness. Room 10, let's go. But no, so I'm thinking when we do the Michael Zombie stream, there's a few maps that I kind of want to play on that one. We're gonna stay away from the Mario map because that's more of a kind of like a solo or a 2-player map. Not really so much of an 8-player map, and it gets really chaotic. We'll probably stay away from one window because, like someone said before, we could literally just keep knifing at the window and just like insta-kill everything all the way up to round 10. So we'll stay away from that one. We could do the first 3 maps then, which would leave the Giant, Nocturne, and I don't remember what the first one was. It was at the lake one. But the lake one was super chaotic, especially if you can't like actually hear the sounds of it. So that one would be a challenge for me. Oh, what the? I didn't even grab it. Gotta go get some food to eat. Alright, ID tourist. ID tourist. But yeah, we'll still be here. I believe. Let me look at the time. Yeah, so we got at least another 50 minutes of the stream. Then after that, I think I'll slowly get myself ready for bed just to wake up like 4 hours later. Oh goodness. I literally woke up like this yesterday. It was like 10 o'clock. I just felt so out of it. I felt so sleepy. Like I just didn't get any sleep whatsoever at about like 2 p.m. And I like hit the wall, like the sleep wall that you guys like hit if you stay up long enough. It just felt like I was just going to pass out. But then eventually I got over it, and it just felt weird because all of a sudden it's just like, oh, I'm like fully awake. It was just like the weirdest like feeling ever. Alright, ID. But yeah. I'm kind of hoping if we go to bed like right away, we won't have that feeling, but then again, it might just happen again. It's usually that's usually my luck when it comes down to it. My body all the time. Yeah. But yeah, now. Also, there's another thing that I remember some people always wanted me to do, and I've always refused it. There's another reason why I kind of refused it. So let me just tell you what's the thing that a lot of people have always hoped for me to do for them, and that is grind on their accounts. And the reason why I don't really do that is just because I feel like it might be against TOS and like a few other things. I know Roblox does not like people having alt accounts, but some games do prefer you to have alt accounts in some situations. But one of the other reasons why I don't want to do it. So first reason is for TOS reasons on Roblox. Another reason is that whenever you log into an account, it'll actually say where they're from and everything, so it's kind of like a big no-no. Like it basically gives your location away to whoever, and it's just really dumb. A little very common question for me. But yeah, so that is another reason. It's more for like my safety, if anything, because I rather not do that. Because even whenever I log into my main account and alt account on like my laptop, it'll actually give me 3 different things that pinpoint where the person's at. So yeah, so just keep that in mind, just for like safety reasons. I know I had someone offer for me to like use their ult to carry me all the way through like a story mode, but I rather just experience the game from like a newbie standpoint. I always find that to be a little better. Oh yeah. Room 79, we are almost there. We got 21 more rooms to go. Man, I feel like there's like really nothing to really talk about. Especially when you're like doing the dungeon grinds, there's nothing really happening. I know in the zombies game there's always like something happening, like it's usually like I almost made like a big mistake. But then again, that's just me. I always make some like silly moves all the time, and a lot of times it always backfires. But yes. We got 10 more rooms to go. I'm hoping that we got enough gold. I might... Oh yeah, we do. We have 800. You know, I might just max out the attack range. It goes all the way up to 100, I believe. You know what? Yeah, let's just do that. We're gonna up that and get the full 100. Look at this range from almost door to door. Or it's me going down on purpose. There we go. You know, this range is ridiculous. Now I don't even have to worry about it. It just instantly gets everyone on screen. So would I say the 600's worth it? Yeah, the 600 was definitely worth it. At least in my eyes. It might not be worth it for some other people, but still. Alright, let's get ready for the the insane dungeon. Let's go. We got a minute 50. Let me. See, this is on window capture. That means if I do this, nothing pops up. Alright, good. Good. Do that. Yeah, let's see. You know, so a friend of mine was telling me. So I caught them like streaming on Kick. Yo, Yosha, how's it going? Welcome. I was watching someone on Kick, and they were I asked him, I was like, so you made the big switch to Kick? And he's like, well, technically I didn't switch to Kick, I stream on both. And I was just like, you sure? Because I haven't seen you stream on Twitch in a while. He's like, yeah, I'm sure, I'm positive, I'm still a Twitch streamer. I was like, but you only stream on Kick, don't you? And he's like, no. Oh goodness. I put my Astra Sorcerer in chamber before I stopped playing. Nice. Haven't been active these past 2 weeks. No worries. And also they are going to be having a new update happening. The new update is going to be Bizarre Adventure, I believe. Granted, I haven't actually seen the anime itself. I just remember people telling me that there's a few weird scenes in it. There's just a few weird scenes, and I've seen like little clips and bits of it. but I've actually never watched the anime. And also, you just missed it. We just fully maxed out our auto attack. I've been kind of thinking about it for a little bit, but we did it. A newcom player are watching, yet only us two are in private. Yeah, that's usually what happens. But I mean, Lucky came back. Lucky was in here earlier. Also, JoJo is amazing. Been waiting for this update since the game came out. Nice. I'm kind of wondering if they're ever gonna like add in the old school SAO. I know it's a very old anime, but I mean it still has a good plot line, first season wise. Not really too sure about the other seasons. But then again, if they made it like if they just went off the first season, then made one for the second season and so on, because they basically change genres each season, like with a new kind of theme. So maybe. Especially if they ever run out of animes to like put into updates. And that might be a possible thing. Basically, if anyone wants to join in just for some gold farming, feel free, because usually this like early morning we usually get the same people in. And it is completely fine if you just want to join up for some gold. Ghost Fighter would be a good choice. Let's see, I unfortunately don't have any game passes yet. I'm opening for Garo Secret right now, Monster City. Will take me 10 days to finish. Dang. I also think SAO would be a good update. Yeah. Loved all the seasons of the anime. Yeah, I know SAO was definitely an interesting one, but there's a few plot lines that I kind of wish they would have fixed in the story. Like when you compare like what they claim happened in the story versus what actually happens, there's like a bunch of like little skips. I really wish that they would have not had that, but then again, that's almost in every anime. There's always like a few like little hops and skips, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, this happened, but it never happened. Why do I move why do I move slow? I got a lot of mounts, and this guy uses MHA mounts, moves faster than me. My artifact is better. I'm not too sure. I heard there is a new season of SAO coming out either this year or next year. Nice. Yeah, no, because actually I feel like they could potentially. I don't know if they would ever do it, but there is an anime that's I think was made in the US, not Dragon Ball. Actually, I think Dragon Ball was made in Japan. I'm not too sure on that. But one of the few that I remember is Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't like if they did go with that route. I don't know what they would put as the main character, because I mean some of them look cool, but when you get like a full on like the secret one, I just don't know who they're going to pick for that. But there's so many like story hops. He doesn't even have Sprint Game Pass. Dang. Avatar, the blue creatures. Yes, those would be interesting. But I mean, like if they did do that, wouldn't it just be just only blue creatures? There's not many anime made in other countries. Usually they're always just called cartoons if they're made in other countries, even with similar art styles. Yeah, so the Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the more like surprising ones that were considered as an anime. Because for it to be considered as an anime, they basically gave it a they gave it like a outlook. They basically just said, hey, if it has a storyline, follows the storyline, doesn't like randomly skip around, then it's technically considered an anime. And when the Avatar: The Last Airbender came out, it got basically got approved as being considered an anime, even though a lot of people don't really know that it's an anime at all. They usually just call it a cartoon. But They do one of the main things that a lot of animes do, where they just story hop. I wonder what level Jalal at. I'm not too sure. I guess it depends on what level your chamber was at as well. If your chamber was at 100, I'm assuming it might be like 120-ish. But if it was like maxed out, I would suspect it might be at 155. Because eventually, like, the chambers themselves only get you so far, but max level, dang. So chambers level 140, or are you saying that your fighter is at max level? Oh my goodness. I might almost grab my chips. Oh, max chamber. Got it. Oh. You know what I would not mind if they did make an anime for? Even though this one's a very, very old one. I think it's called The Seven Braves. Hey Hung, how's it going? So to get the server link, all you have to do is type in !play. Nightbot will automatically provide it for you. It usually takes a few seconds for him to put it in. But yeah, so anytime that we do the Anime Warrior Simulator 2 streams, all you have to do is put in that command and you'll have the link available. My friend and I played in your Michael Zombie private server on Mario and got 3 Pack-a-Punch in 5 waves. Pack-a-Punch Raygun last, and MG just lose wave 15. Dang. You know, I know when I was playing Michael Zombies yesterday, we made it up to 23, and I was so curious what even happens when you get the star, and it was a major rip. It was a big disappointment. I was hoping for like a cutscene or something, but no, it was just I don't know if I'll play the map to see how far we can get, because I feel like we can get really far if we had the Juggernaut, but I honestly just don't even know about that map anymore, because it's super laggy. It makes me stop there just to wait for like one zombie to like spawn in after like three minutes. Hey Tricky, have you done 7 Deadly Sins? Oh, you mean like watched the anime? Yeah, I've read up on the manga. The manga is usually a little ahead of the anime, but I think I stopped when it started to get a little weird. I will say the manga started to get in the weirder section. Alright, we'll go do the impossible. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in here. But I will say we did make it pretty far with only using our drops team, which was pretty dang good. You know what, let's check out the level real quick. Level 71. Goodness. The giant best map if you want to get a good amount of wave or leaderboard. Yeah. Cause I know last time when we did it, I found like, well actually I can't really say that I found the best area to do it at. But I mean, I used to play like a bunch of stuff. Like I did so many zombies that I just became just so naturally good at it. Hello, meow like you. How are you? But yeah, cause Basically, if you guys don't know, I'm very naturally good at like survival games in general. So zombies in general was just right up my alleyway. Camp at Pack Punch Machine. Only dogs can hit you. LOL. Nah, so I can't really do the camping so much. I just love the idea of running around. And there's a perfect spot. Perfect spot. I might head out. It's pretty dang early and I got stuff to do. Alright. Alright, Fire. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, we can go all the way up to room 75. That just means that we'll have to sacrifice the impossible tower. I I can't do it quite yet within the 10-minute time frame, but we can do it in 13-14 minutes. What about Minecraft Legends? LOL. Yeah, we still need to beat that one thing, which I think we still have. I think we attempted it, but didn't really make it that far. I kind of forget what it's called. I mean, if you want to camp, or to get leaderboard, just camp. What is leaderboards on it? Like what wave? I can almost solo to 75. Nice. I think 75 you need 1.3 billion DPC base. Oh no, you don't need it base, you just need overall at 1.3 billion. That was like the marker that you needed for it. I think 75 is 2 billion. I think it's based on time. Alright, have a good one, Fire. Because I could try and see how far I can legitimately get it solo, but I might get bored. So I might stop going for the leaderboard. I mean, I got really good at zombies to the point where so I know going for high rounds is like a good thing and stuff, but when you grinded Call of Duty out so much, like to a ridiculous amount, like I spent probably like, I want to say almost like 15 hours a day playing only zombies on Call of Duty, which is a lot of time. Hello, Lucky. Welcome, welcome. Eventually you do end up getting bored of trying to go for high rounds because that was just like a constant fixture, I guess. Yeah, I got to around 255 on all the Black Ops 3 maps. Nice. Yeah, so then I basically got bored of trying to go for high rounds, so then that's when I started to like essentially mess with people. I used to like ask people where they're heading to, where they were at, and I would just bring them like a few gifts, I guess. And the gifts probably weren't things that people wanted to see. Like I would have just a massive group with me. But yeah, it was like when they came out with the grief mode, it was kind of so-so, but the grief mode was kind of unfair, especially if you're like a solo player queuing up against full groups. The full groups could literally counter you at every twist and turn. But I kind of wish that they had like a different variation of grief. If it was like a one-on-one thing, then I bet I probably would have been like one of the top 100 players for it. Difficulty in tower goes up so much at floor 11 plus. Yeah, it does. It does indeed, Lilo. I don't see us making it up to 15, but we'll still make it pretty far. Take a look at the coins. We got 49. AFK camp with auto clicker limo. Yeah, no, so basically if you're a decent runner in zombies, you're pretty much good in like any zombie game. Because as long as you know the mechanics of how zombies work in Call of Duty, they pretty much work in any other like zombie game in general. I think next update 20 for pay to win players. Solo is possible. Yeah. I might be able to buy multi-open soon, I hope. Possibly. So we do got 5 more minutes until the beginner dungeon opens up. Oh sweet. So 13's only 105. I wonder if it just doubles. I would have got extra equips for damage, but what's the point in equipping more if I'm opening good units really slowly? Yeah. That was one of the few things that I was trying to get across with Google Gaming, I think it was. They're asking why not get extra equips earlier. But I mean, getting multi-open and fast open right off the bat would probably be the best thing, especially when you're just starting out. Because I believe the god tier game passes would probably be like 2x EN, auto clicker, fast opens, multi-open. Extra equips is nice and all, but like you said, what's the point of it if you're not opening up fast enough? And there's a couple other ones that would be decently like considered as god tier. I would probably say the lucky one that's only 100 would be right around that. 2 XP you don't really have to worry about. Super magnet would be really nice along with sprint, and I think teleport would be nice as well. But other than that, the other ones is kind of like so-so. You don't really need the storage, being since you can auto fuse. That pretty much solves the whole storage issue. Just as long as you're not hoping to like collect all the legendaries and all the mythicals that you pull. But other than that, you're pretty much good with the, I think you start off with 100 storage, or maybe it's 50. But either way, you're pretty much good with that amount. You might want to upgrade at some point, but regardless, it's still kind of so-so with the storage thingies. If I knew about the whole auto fuse and stuff, I probably never would have got them. Probably never would have got the game passes for storage, but we did anyway. 15 possible soon. Hey. Yeah, so just as long as it's only two, if it's only 2 players, then yes, we can make it up to 15. Goodness, oh goodness, we got 2 minutes until the beginner dungeon opens up. But no, because I know I was doing auto selling, and auto selling was kind of so-so. There we go. Hey, we didn't finish the boss. Rip. Yeah. That is how it goes. Now I know I'm nowhere near this, which I'm kind of glad for. Because I don't want my name to have like little cash signs with a number. I feel like that would be bad. That would be really, really bad. Oh goodness. It's kind of like the idea of this one game that I used to play all the time. Now, if you guys did not know, I used to play a game called Trove. Trove was kind of like a blocky looking game. It kind of looked very like similar to Minecraft, but it had a bunch of like different things that you would have to do in game. So there's like little spawn points here and there. Oh, you love Trove? Yeah, Trove was amazing. I went with the Revenant. I was super tanky, could heal pretty much all the damage, and just dish out a crazy amount of like a 1 burst damage. But I was not really good, like really fast at clearing stuff. But anyways, back to the more of the story. There's an achievement for spending X amount of money. Me and many other people that used to grind it all the time managed to get that achievement. And you would think it would be hidden on the profile. Nope, they slapped it right on the beginning. So it's like, hey, this person spent this X amount of money. Congrats. Everyone's like, they're like, oh yeah, aren't you guys lucky? We know how much you actually spent on the game. But yeah, it was a major rip, and then once I got the achievement, I just kind of stopped playing. I got to the point where it was just like I think it was like I think they had three tiers for Shadow. I forget, was it Shadow or Nightmare? No, Shadow Tower. Shadow Tower. That was the one of the main end game things. But I stopped playing it, and one of my good buddies, I forget his username, but he continued playing it, and he grinded all the way up to like, so he got all the I think they were like eggs or something. They're to increase your luck and stuff. But he grinded up all those, and it was ridiculous. Hello, Tricky. I cannot watch live since I'm playing. No worries, James. It's all good. It is all good. Welcome in game. Yeah, they added U10 and a new kind of world. It was terrible. You talking about dragons giving magic find and stellar drops? Yeah, that was a long time ago. LOL. Yeah, so when I played it, let's see. I think I don't think I was in high school. It was after. It might have been like 2015, probably. Maybe 2016. You know, actually, I think 2017 sounds more like it. But either way, back then I had like a lot of money. Basically, I didn't really have too many bills, so a lot of the money went into games, and I feel like I should have probably saved that, but whatever. At the time, it just seemed worth it. We made our Revenant super tanky and stuff, but even back then I was offering free stuff. Back then I was offering to do their shadow runs. Even though I told them ahead of time, I was like, hey, I'm not that strong. I'm like super tanky, so I won't die. But it'll still take me about 30 minutes to do it. And they're like, that's fine. Because all the other like DPS characters were offering to do it, but it was like a $10 run. So they're just like, a free run is a free run. And so we got all the time in the world. I was like, alright. And I think the one thing I was having the most issue with was the Pinata God. That was probably the only thing in that game that really annoyed me. But one of the few arguments I had was just like, how lame would it be to be a god of something, but you're the god of pinatas? A few hits and like you break open. It was like a massive pinata god just running around. Yeah, as soon as I'm able to get a job, I'll save 3/4 of my money and use leftover 1/4 on it on Robux and stuff. Yeah, that is the way to go. I would say even just saving 50% is still really good. So if you're able to get 50% set aside, like even into like a bank or something that has like an interest rate, that would be good. Just like pretend like that's money that you can't like grab until like X amount of years later on. And then the other half could be used for bills and like free stuff, like other stuff that you want to spend on. That would honestly be the way to go about it, especially when you're trying to retire early. And the way that I've kind of thought about it was, so if I did that from start, like right after high school and stuff, let's see, so minimum wage is at 40, it'd be something like that, and that would be ridiculous. Oh yeah, Pinata God was terrible, because it took way too long than the rest. Yeah, plus he spawned in non-stop enemies, so I was literally just jumping over and over again and then just shield bashing, and it did like a ridiculous amount of damage to him, so I was just chunking him away. But if I messed up on one of my jumps, it was just GG. But yeah, so basically, even if like you just did 50% of 50% of your paychecks each time, you'd be set. You just have to get used to like not spending so much, or like trying to find something that has less rent, and then you'll still be really good at that. And then you can aim for like retiring at, like, a lot of people have to retire at 64, 65, maybe even 70, which is a bad like look on it. But if you're able to save money aside and like get it to the point where you don't even have to worry about it, and the way on how people calculate on when you guys can actually retire is by just taking what you spend in the amount of years until you get up to your so in the States there's a social security that you get after like 65, I believe, and that would be like passive income that would pretty much get you from that age and on until, I don't know, until you don't need it anymore. But anyways, basically you want to take whatever you're spending on bills and whatnot and multiply that by X amount of years up to that point. And if you have that all set aside into a savings account, then you are good to retire, because then you don't even have to worry about much of anything, just as long as you stick to that plan and you'll be fine. But yeah, at the moment I'm focusing on college firstly so I can get into the professional I want as fast as possible. Nice. What kind of job profession are you aiming for, if you don't mind me asking? So it's always it's always great to hear about other people's profession. I will say I was at the community college at one point, and there was one person that was talking in the hallway and was like so I guess so memorizing, just because the way on how they blurted out what they're aiming to be. So they were on the phone, and it was like a older lady. She was probably in her, if I had to guess age, I'd probably say in the 40s. And she was on the phone, like cell phone, just talking in the middle of the hallway. I was kind of like waiting in the lobby area, waiting for the bus to come by. And she was just like, "Hey, I know what I'm gonna be." And she had it almost like on speaker, like loud enough so everyone could kind of hear the other person on the other line. And they're like, "What?" She's like, "I'm gonna become a professional plumber." Like at the time it seemed funny, but I mean, if you look at it, the plumbers do make a lot of money depending on depending on employment. If you get into a good job, like a good place for being a professional plumber, and you can make like 30 bucks an hour, which is ridiculous. All right, let's see. I'm aiming for some kind of programming, something like software development or scripting for games. But the college course I'm doing has tons of other stuff too. Nice. Very much getting into that computer tech science thingy. I know that's kind of, I don't know if that's what one of my streaming buddies is. He let's see, Chai. I don't know if you know Chai, but Chai does something similar to some sort of computer type thing, but his job expertise is, let's see, I think he told me once it was like a medical, it was something to do with like medical, like electronics. Level 174, Jalal, not bad. Yeah, that is not bad at all. You're only like six levels off of max. That's still pretty good. But yeah, no. So he's definitely into that computer side. Me, I hardly know that much. Medical equipment technician or something similar, maybe. Yeah. And oh my goodness, he does a lot of traveling too. He kind of told me about his previous job, and he said it was not the greatest experience. But then again, you'll probably come across a few jobs that you don't like. But hey, one of the few things to look at it is if it pays the bills, then it's perfectly fine. You just want something just to get by, especially if you're trying to do the college life and work. That is like the biggest grind ever, because tuition is a lot, especially nowadays, and it's always just going up and up with the minimum, or with the cost of living going up. I know back in the good old days before everything got expensive, it was probably only like $1,000, $2,000 at most to get a college degree and stuff, but now it's like 20,000, 30,000, and so on. Also depends on what kind of degree you want to get. If you just want to get the basic degree or like a master's or bachelor, that is pretty good as well. But it'll just cost a little more. Yeah, for sure. College this year took ages since I had English and math too. I'm even getting a prize for my English/math on Tuesday, but next year I should have a lot less to do. Nice. Yeah, so I know when I tried doing community college, the one thing I was so curious about was the I think it was sales and management. I was always curious about like what it would take to even like run like some sort of business, and that was like right along there. But I don't know. I just couldn't really do college and stuff. I think the one thing that's really going good for me is that I have like great worker efficiency. Like tricky equip or why tricky equip common and uncommon units. Oh. So if you don't know, I'm rocking the lucky or the drop rates. So basically I was just doing that for the beginner areas. I already know we won't be able to clear it within 10 minutes. So I figured we might as well just use up as much time as possible. But yeah, no, so basically I don't really have too much going for me. The most that I really have is my job or my workers efficiency. My workers efficiency is top notch. So basically you could pretty much tell me how to like run something once and I'll have it fully memorized. It's almost like a photographic memory but for job related items and stuff. So I have that going. But other than that, I couldn't really do college because my AccuPlacer, so throughout my whole schooling career, I was a super slow reader. I always struggled with like reading courses and stuff. My math was pretty top notch. So basically it was reading and writing, and that was like the one thing that was just like super bad for me. I even did the college like replacement classes. Didn't really pass them, and it just seemed like I was wasting money at college, so I just focused on the full-time life. I see. Good to hear that you're good at that, since it's really important. Yeah, because I'm currently working at a place that's kind of like a janitorial type of thing, but they have like the top-notch retirement plans. They have the thing that's called a pension, which a lot of places don't do pensions anymore. And pensions are just basically passive income, but it's based off of your last 3 years of work, the average salary. And then it also goes down depending on how many years that you retire right before 63. So I'll probably lose out on a lot, but I'm hoping to have a second passive income from some source. I do have a few ideas on what the passive source could be, but for the most parts. So I guess one of them I thought of was the idea of having Tesla roofing. If you don't know about Tesla roofing, it is pretty much a solar panel roofing, like it's a metal roofing thing that has solar panels built in. And essentially you could have free electric, but if you have it hooked up to the electric company still, the electric company will actually pay you for the free electricity that you provide to the company. And there's some people that specialize or that focus only on that, and they get about like $400 or $500 a month from the electric company alone. So that is one option that we have that we might do later on in the future, but it's going to cost quite a bit to get. Last estimates were anywhere from 20,000 up to 40,000 just to get the roofing job done. They do have a bunch of technicians that come out to kind of see what you're working with. Another thing that I thought of is if the YouTube career ever kicked off, then maybe when I try and retire early, we could just focus only on YouTube. And by then, I'm assuming we probably won't really be playing Roblox too much, because everyone that would be subscribed probably would be playing some sort of Steam game or something, and then we could pretty much just game out pretty much every day. Oh, that sounds quite convenient. I'll have to think about this stuff myself soon, so I appreciate the fact that you're explaining a lot. Yeah. Because essentially with the Tesla roofing, because if you're able to make free electric and have leftover electricity, and make that extra money, you could essentially use that money to pay off your water bill, so it knocks out two bills in one go. Just as long as you're not like constantly having stuff on 24/7, then you'll always have like some sort of like little income coming in. So that is one way to kind of make the house a little more self-efficient. Yes. And another way to kind of save up on something at like the homes and stuff is if the house itself has like a well underneath. And if it has a well, then you could pretty much have your sprinklers and stuff attached to the well. I don't really know the mechanics on it, but if you have that going, you could pretty much keep watering the grass and stuff, and you won't really have to worry about like super high water bills and stuff. But some places will actually cost a pretty penny if they do have a built-in well, and if it is built in, then it's probably one of those old wells. But either way, you'll still save a little bit of money on the water bill if you do have a well at the house. And I know you can get one installed, but that's also going to be quite a bit. I don't know the estimates on that. But yeah, so there's just a lot to think about when you get older. One of the main things that you really want to focus on is how can you retire early? Because jobs in general stink. Like certain jobs are okay. If you find one that you actually love doing and it doesn't like really pay too much, then you might want to stick with it, because if you go to a different place and you don't like it, well, you're stuck with it, but it makes a little more. So I guess it's kind of a 50-50. It all depends on what you want to do. Yeah, it sounds really tiring to think of all that stuff, but it's important, so I can't complain. LOL. Yeah. Because I will say my first job experience right off of high school, I worked at a warehouse place, and let's just say it was not the greatest, but it made me stronger as a worker. At that place, the most like kind of teamwork that you would really get is like, oh hey, you gotta stack that. And then they'll just like sit there and start clapping outside of the trailer, cheering you on. And you would be stacking something that was like 100 pounds, 200 pounds into like a wall and stuff. And it was just, it was dumb. It was really tiring and stuff. It was basically very physically demanding. And they kind of separated who did what based on age and gender. So if you're an older gentleman, like 40, 50, you'll always be on the routes. Routes was like the super easy part of the whole warehouse. And they didn't really expect much out of you if you got stuck there. But now if you were a female, you would only be scanning and sorting. Those are the least amount like lifting related jobs that you could do in the warehouse. And they didn't want to overwork the females at the workplace. But if you were just out of high school or college and you're a young male, basically you got stuck with all the hardest jobs. You got everything that was super tiring. They were just like, all right, we expect this out of you. If you can't meet it, well, then you got to do better. And a lot of hard times, a lot of fun times, and a lot of terrible times. There was even a moment when they made a new manager at the place, and let's just say that he was targeting people. If he didn't like you, he tried getting you to quit, and yeah, it was just dumb. Oh, I see. A bit stereotype it sounds, but it does seem organized to a degree. Haha, unfortunate though. Yeah. But even the nonsense that I had to deal with at that workplace, I know it's not the only job that does it. There was a few other ones that kind of roughly matched the description, so it's not like it's just one out of like the town. It was just one of the many. So yeah, you'll probably come across a few hardships. Just know that there's always a worser job out there. And if anything, whenever I get like a bad job, I can always say, well, at least it's not as bad as that warehouse. because really there's nothing that could really beat it. Because I got into some very terrible situations. Basically, the company themselves wanted a scapegoat, and they would pretty much use one of their employees as a scapegoat for whatever situation it was. It was just dumb. I think one of my more worst times there was, I don't really want to go into detail about it, but they essentially claim, so my nationality is half Native American, I'll say that much, and they were trying to convict me of a crime that was for a Hispanic person, and the crime was very severe. And they basically seen my skin color and they were like, yep, that's him, he's the guy. And I basically got interrogated by the cops for like 20-30 minutes. It was not the greatest experience. The questioning, they basically, so if you guys don't know about the interrogation tactics that police officers use sometimes, they basically make it sound like you're guilty of the crime no matter what you say or do, and they force you into that to force an answer out of you. So yeah, that's a good mindset to have. I'll definitely know to appreciate any kind of job I can get my hands on when I search. Oh wow, I can't believe people like that really still exist. Yeah. And then even afterwards, when I told them that I was half Native American, the warehouse pretty much was just like, oh yeah, so by the way, this never happened. And then they swept everything underneath the rug and just continued on like nothing even happened. Because they didn't want any backlash on the company, because what they did was way like crossing the line. And basically they just played the coy, or they played they played coy. Just didn't recognize it, didn't really associate with it, and so on. Also, sorry about some of the people that are listening in. We're talking about some later on life stuff, and basically just a few bad job experiences. But I hope you guys don't ever have to go through any of those situations, because I will say they are not the greatest, but they do make you stronger in some cases. So yeah. Dang, some people really are just nasty human beings. Sorry you had to deal with that. No worries, it is all good. And also, I will say, there was something that I did go through. It wasn't job related, but after that whole experience, I kind of had like a different look on life in a sense. Also, be sure not to leave until this door opens. Once it opens, then we can go ahead and go do some other stuff. But so there was a moment, let's see, it was 2018, I believe. I think it was August. 2018 August, and it might have been on the 9th. Let me see. I know it was a Sunday. So let me just click this all the way up until we reach that moment. Now I do have photos of it, but I'm not going to show that on screen or on stream. So August, what day would it be? Actually, I think it's either the 12th or the 19th. It was a Sunday morning, I remember that much. But anyways, let's go ahead and go on into the story. So the thing that happened on August 12th or 19th, whatever day it was, definitely was a game changer for me. I remember Saturday night, I was sitting there playing games. I believe I was playing Call of Duty at the time. I don't really know exactly what game it was, but I had a decision. The decision was either I could stay up and play games and be tired all day on Sunday, Or I could go to sleep and maybe get 2 hours of sleep because my dad would always come over, and my dad and mom have always been divorced, but he always comes over on Sundays to do his clothes and whatnot. But anyways, that's not really important. So he would always come over and wake me up regardless how much sleep I got. And basically, I was like, you know what? I will get some sleep. I'll get a couple hours in, and then that's fine. So I went to bed at 7 a.m. Now, a little bit of time went by, and about like 9:06 or 9:07 a.m. So 2 hours and like 8 minutes went by. I remembered it kind of like happened in like a flash. The flash was like, so it is a giant bang, kind of like a flash grenade would have in like those movies where it has like the ringing in the ear and stuff. And then just the sound of crumbling rocks. And then after that moment that I heard like the crumbling rocks, I like instantly grabbed my chest. Well, I guess not really my chest, like kind of like my side on my like rib cage. I got up and just walked out of the room. Didn't know what happened, and I was just pacing around the house because my body knew something happened, but didn't know what. We didn't go back to the room to go investigate, and I was just pacing around the house for no reason. And then eventually I get someone rang the doorbell at the front door. And then finally I pieced it all together because I walked outside and they were just like, "Hey, so is everyone okay? Cuz if so, we're just going to go over there." And they pointed at the gas station. Hello, Bezzy. Welcome. So, they pointed at the gas station. I was like, hold on, sir. Let me just make a phone call. You just stay right there." And the thing that I seen when I looked out the front door was a car had hit the house, and all the debris blew into my room. Hello, Rans. Also, I'm doing a little bit of a story time because I was talking to Lilo. But so so basically, the debris blew into the room. I remember grabbing my chest. It felt like someone grabbed me on my like rib cage at that moment. I don't really know what all happened, but after I seen the car like at that specific spot, it was right where the room was. And I called the cops. The cops showed up. There was 2 police cruisers that came by. The people that were driving the car were just like, "Why?" So what I'm not understanding is why you guys are here. And they pointed at the cops. Here we go. Let me put in the thing for you guys. We're currently waiting on the beginner dungeon. Beginner dungeon's gonna open it up in a minute from now. So, there we go. Hello, big man Raph. Welcome. So anyways, if you type in !play, Nightbot will put in a server link for you. If you guys can't join the server link, please let me know. There are ways to go around that. But anyways, let's continue with the story. So, after they were questioning the cops why they were there, the cops basically said, "Well, when people drive like this, then that's why we're here." What insane room? We can make it up to 75, but if we make it up to 75 from room 1 to 75, we do have to skip out on the impossible tower. That is the only catch. Because we cannot clear 1 to 75 within the 10-minute time frame, but we can still get up there. So, after all that nonsense was going on between the two parties, the cops and them, I was trying to call my family. I tried calling my older brother, my sister, I tried calling my mom, but she was at church, so she had her phone off. I tried calling my dad, he didn't pick up. Eventually, I was just like, alright, I guess I'll try my younger brother. He picked up right away. I talked to him for like a little bit. Is that okay with you? Losing impossible? Yeah, that's fine. And so basically, so when my younger brother picked up, he sat there and it was basically just me like telling him what all happened, and eventually I was just like, all right, well, I gotta go. I gotta talk to the police officers and just see what's all going on now. And basically, my younger brother took it upon himself to start making phone calls to the others. And eventually, my parents did manage to get back 20 minutes after. And it was such a eerie feeling because the room was in the basement, and when they went to go get stuff to go patch it up, I was sitting down in the basement, and it was just like the creepiest chill ever. But the thing that was actually really weird about the whole situation was, so I sleep on the bed really weird, but it's because of the warehouse habits. But the warehouse habits is what actually saved me. And here's why. So instead of sleeping on the bed the long way, I sleep on it the short way, so I always have my legs dangling off. And I had a perfect outline of foundation blocks of where I was lying down. Now, if I was sleeping the normal way, I probably would not be here. But there was another thing as well. There was a, you know how the walls have like those like studs and stuff? There was a stud that was holding up a full cement block right above my head. And if that had moved, I would have been, it would have whacked me like head on. But it didn't. And after that, I don't know. I had a whole different outlook on life because I was doing everything right. I was doing like everything that I could just to make sure I could like keep going. And then after that, I don't know, I kind of stopped caring for a little bit, and then that's when I started going on the spree of drinking as many, like pretty much whatever kind of energy drinks I wanted to drink, whatever I wanted to eat. And I guess I was being selfish in a sense. I didn't really care too much because I was just like, if literally anything could happen in just like a little snap, then what's the point of like really playing it safe? So that was going on for a few months, and then after I started to kind of like tire down from spending so much, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna give this YouTube thing another try. And then that's when we started the grind for the Roblox videos and stuff. But I will say the growth experience was definitely something really good. Because like as we were starting off, I think it was 18. I think 18 was the number that we had for subscribers. The first month, I believe I was playing Reaper Simulator for some reason. It was by the incentive group, and Russo was playing it, this like a few other people, and I was like one of the first few people to reach max rank like all the time. And I was like, you know what, we'll play this. And then since I was always one of the very first few people to actually reach max rank, I was like, you know what, let's just start making videos on that. And we're just like basically maxing out games, doing this, doing that. And then it was just a slow grind. I didn't have a great audio setup, so you could hardly hear the voice, but it was basically just showing you guys what it would be like if you guys maxed out the game. I was on the leaderboards in that game. Nice. It is such an OG game. And then I started off there. We were just playing away. I think we had some decent viewership. I think we had videos that had like maybe 40 views, 100 views. I know it doesn't sound like that much, but back then it was a lot, since we're basically a no-name. And it wouldn't be like my first time experience on YouTube, because I was a part of a group back in high school. It was something that my younger brother wanted to do, kind of like as a after school experience. It was for a game called Halo 3. But I guess we can save that story for another time. But basically, we got to see the growth. Growth was amazing. Granted, I will say we did a major backstep at some point when we tried doing the Twitch streaming thing, because that's when we're in our prime for growing the channel out, and after that we plateaued. And right now we're currently trying to get out of the plateau. That's why we're aiming for 3,000 subscribers, because it's been a long while since we've been in the 2400 region for subs. So yeah, that's pretty much how we got from then to here, I guess. But I will say there are like a few video ideas that I wouldn't mind doing, because I've thought about it very seriously about one of them, but I'm still debating, because I feel like if I did make one of those, then it might be just a flag of some sort. And I don't know if I want to jinx it. I don't know. We'll still debate on that one. I don't really want to say the idea of the video, but we'll still hang on to it. And even if I did record it, I honestly wouldn't even know what to say in it. But yeah, there's just so many things to think about when it comes to life. I usually just take it I take it day by day basis nowadays. I have more of a realistic stand on like a lot of topics. If it seems realistic to me, then I'll come up with an answer to it. If I can't physically do it, then I'll be like, alright, well, let's figure out a way on how I could potentially solve the issue. That would be somewhat possible, I guess, would be the wording. But when it comes down to what I am as a player, I've always been a community player, regardless what game it's in. Because in Trove, I was the biggest community player out there. I didn't like people buying these runs through the shadow towers and stuff, so I spent hours upon hours giving free shadow tower runs. Even though I was just a tanky character, it took forever. I made a lot of friends, and it was just amazing. Would I go back and do it again? Of course. But would I choose a different character? Most likely. Because I will say Revenant is not the speedrun class. It is definitely not the speedrun class. I think I would probably go with what was it? Oh no, we saw my Robux for multi. Well, I mean, you could, because Lila was saying earlier, you could get extra equips, but what's the point if you're not opening up the units fast enough? So multi-open would probably be the way to go. And then if you have extra Robux, I would say probably get fast opens, because then you'll definitely see a lot of growth. Ah, goodness. Sorry about getting into the serious talks for a little bit. I think we only talked about it for like 6 minutes. But overall, if you guys want to know pretty much anything, I'm kind of like an open book in a sense. Free to play, 500k takes around 10 days, so I'd say the opens are really worth it. Yes, yes. I know. I think if I ever did do that video thing, because I've been really debating it the past couple of days, because I feel like there should be one, just in case. But then I think I would probably write out like a timestamp, or like a roughly like a list of things that I would want to cover. Minnie, what are you doing? Let me just put my cat down. My cat always jumps up on the desk for attention. Ah, goodness. But yeah, no, there's just so many things. But either way, I always try and keep a positive outlook, regardless how bad the situation is. I think that's the most that really anyone can do. So, as long as you do that, you guys will be perfectly fine. But no, at some point we are going to figure out the whole avatar thing. I don't know if I really want to go full VTuber mode, but if we did, then maybe that might solve the thingy that Mono was kind of worried about. They wanted me to have like a face cam on, but I don't really see myself really having the webcam on all the time for streams, because we tried that at one point when we were like driving with the growth and stuff, and then people didn't really want to see the face, or didn't really want the webcams on, even though it was kind of like 50-50 between the two. So I don't know, it's kind of a toss-up. Right now we're currently using the Roblox model that we had. I kind of cropped it out like the whole thing and just made it like an outline with a shadow on it. We changed the wording. Instead of it just saying Tricky, we did TrickyMist with subscribe underneath it. But either way, I still think it looks pretty decent. But now if we could have it kind of like highlight each time when we talk, then that would be amazing. But I don't know the programming, or I don't really know what's needed to make that happen. But I do know a few people that might know that information, so I might have to go ask them at some point. Oh yeah, I did say in your Discord earlier, I'm rigging for V2 models is really difficult. And a time taking process, so you gotta know what you're doing. You know, yeah. The guy, so there's a person that I met on Twitch. I think I was playing Alien Fireteam Elite, I think is the name. But anyways, I met him. His name is Blasted. I think his Twitch handle is Blasted the Wubstep Nico. I think that's his actual Twitch name. I'm not sure. It's something very close to it. But anyways, he is a VTuber. He's been VTubing for probably like a couple years now. And he makes his own music as well for all the streams that he does. He is a pretty good guy. He plays pretty much whatever, but he also plays with a bunch of other VTubers, so I feel like if anything, they might know a thing or two. And I came across a few mobile apps as well of the VTuber stuff. And let's just say I came across him on that app as well. I was just randomly looking at it because I was just like, maybe this might be the process. But I don't know. I know VTubing in general is kind of painstaking because you need to figure out all the tracking and stuff with like the webcam, with a bunch of other stuff. Because I've seen the videos, people showed how like advanced you could get it, like you can move the fingers and your model can move the fingers as well, the same ones that you're moving. And that's a little too high tech for me, but at most I would love it if I could like make it so if I'm like swaying left and right to have the avatar do the same thing. That would be crazy if we could figure that out and put that on stream. Then yeah, that would be amazing if we could get that all like going. But I don't see myself getting the super advanced stuff, like getting the hand motions and stuff, because I don't see myself waving my hands all around. Also, your inventory is going crazy right now. My inventory. Oh yeah. It is at 700 and something. That's because we got a lot of crystals. I don't think we got that many materials. Oh, and we also got 300 gold too at some point. I kind of want to get my crystals all the way back up to 4k. I kept buying all the secret potions, but the secret potions are not worth it. It only adds on I think it adds on like a 0.25% chance of it. So I would say definitely not worth it. Actually, you know what? I think we're talking about that those stories for much longer. I looked at the time and I was like, man, we're only gonna stream for 2 hours, but here we are. It was like, I think it was an hour and 10 minutes in. It's probably an hour and 20 minutes in when we started talking about the workplace experience, the house related items, a bunch of life related stuff. Yeah, so I think we're talking for probably like 30-40 minutes on that. So I apologize for anyone that didn't want to hear about that stuff. I'm sorry about that. I was just so focused in on the stories. You've been really been saving, haven't you? Oh, the Clover stuff? No, so basically I AFK grinded at at Clover Village. I believe that's what they call it in this game. In Clover Village, we've grinded for maybe 5 days straight, technically, trying to get enough to get our stars up on our Grim Monster. In the last stream, as you guys can see the thumbnail, we managed to finally get our Grim Monster to 2 stars. 2 stars is ridiculous, no matter how you look at it, because 2 stars takes so long to get. Because you need 4 secrets, 4 natural secrets, just to get that. You're only given 2 secrets from Pity, and then after that, everything is natural. You have to hope that your RNG is amazing in order to get it up to the 3-star shiny. If you're not that lucky, then you'll probably never get it. So I spent more, let's see, 24. So we spent probably 70 hours on this painstaking journey to getting it all the way up to 3 stars. We're only at 2 stars. We did get 1 natural when we were AFK grinding earlier, until our Roblox app completely shut down on us. Like, I came home to a blank screen and it was terrible. I was like, no, game, why? when did it stop? But we were fortunate enough to have a natural before it stopped. Let's see, if we do this, it should pop up. Yeah, so this is our 1 natural that we pulled while we were at work today, before the app closed on us. But we need 1 more to start the process, and I'm hoping that we can get it before the update, but I don't think that's possible. It'll probably happen after the update. But right now I'm kind of waiting for the weekend buff. If it's a luck buff, then we might be golden to actually do some other stuff on the game, because I want to reroll it until we get like Angelic or something on it, because Angelic is ridiculous. It's second best. Astra does as much damage as the ethereal one. Yeah, I've only got 1 secret at the moment. Yeah, but you're also free to play, so it does take quite a while for you. Which is completely understandable. I'm trying to wait to buy game passes before going for shinies and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, BXW will understand the struggle. He's he's told me a few times that he would go AFK and like grind overnight, only to see that his game closed on him, or to see an error message saying, "Please check your connection," and you'll just be like, "Well, that was another night wasted." But I will say, the game developers of this game definitely really hope for people to be AFK almost 24/7, especially if you look at on how they make the updates. That is mainly their main goal, and there are a few reasons behind it. I've pointed it out before. Yeah, surprisingly never disconnected in the middle of the night. Yeah. So, I think I covered it last stream. No, I think it was not last stream or the stream before. I think it was 3 streams ago we covered the idea of it. So, one of the main reasons, like, if you ever see those popular games and you see like a high player count just constantly playing it, the majority of them are probably AFK, and that's probably because of one of the updates that they made. So like, for example, Pet Simulator X is pretty notorious for it. This game is pretty notorious because whenever a new stuff thing comes out and you're trying to get the secret pity, well, it's going to take a lot of opens and a lot of time to get it. The main reason why they really want their player base to be AFK on the game is because they gain Robux compared to how many players are actually currently playing the game. So if there's a constant player count of like 1,000, they're gonna get like a lump sum like per hour. And I think the best example that I could probably think of is that there was a guy that made an obby course, and he got 500,000 visits, but the amount of Robux that Roblox actually gave him was nearly 200,000 Robux, which is kind of ridiculous. But yes, so basically, the more visits you get, the more constant player base you have, the more Robux you're gonna generate. And if you see all the popular games, you'll definitely see that most of their updates are going to be more around the idea of being like having to go AFK most of the time. This game's pretty notorious for it, but pretty much any of the anime games do it as well, so it's not just this one. And am I saying for you to not play the game anymore? No, I am not saying that at all. Basically, it's just something just be aware of. And some games are worth it, like this one. This one at least helps me to help you guys out, and I don't mind spending the time and doing it, just as long as it's seen as helpful for you guys. Oh, here, just let me teleport you up. There you go. But now, the reason why I know that much about it is because one of my good Twitch buddies, I guess, his name is Neon. He used to stream on Twitch a while ago. He basically played Pet Simulator X all the time. Oh, no worries, you're good, you're good. You are welcome. Basically, he streamed on Twitch for a little bit, but he got interested in game development, and he came across a guy that actually makes his own games solo. He doesn't have a group or anything that makes games, and he basically just makes them on Roblox just to get a little bit more of a gaming experience, or like game design. And so basically he asked him a bunch of questions, and he basically answered with everything that he knew as being a a Roblox developer itself, or a game dev, I guess. And he said basically, if you think about it, the main reason why a lot of people pump out updates and stuff, especially for AFK reasons, and like he just basically spilled the beans for it. But it does make sense when you really do sit down and think about it, which I thought was pretty interesting. Even though it is kind of a shame, but I will say Roblox does really motivate some of the developers out there, especially Preston. Preston's probably the most greediest. Preston is the greediest developer out of all of them, but none of the other ones are no saints either. But either way, it is just something interesting. And also, I think we'll probably be live maybe for another 10 minutes or 20 minutes, give or take. We'll probably do another Impossible Tower run, or maybe an insane run, regardless. But yeah, Preston is mad greedy, yeah. But I have to admit, he knows what he's doing. Yes, he does. Granted, he was almost busted for something, and that thing was cross-trading. Now, cross-trading is one of the biggest no-nos in Roblox ever. No matter who you are, there's no way that you can get away scotch-free. So if you guys don't know what Preston did the one time, he made NFTs for in-game pets, and the NFTs went crazy. The amount of money that he made from the NFTs alone was in like the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Basically, if you bought an NFT, like I believe it was a unicorn or something, it was like a fantasy kind of pet, and they were huge pets. Yeah, 12 total. It went from like 6 normal, a few golden, and then 1 rainbow. Now the rainbow one was the one that brought in the most amount of money. The rainbow one alone was over $100,000. Yeah, the Crown Pegasus pets, I think. Possibly. But he racked in over $100,000 from one pet. One pet alone. And then the other ones went for tens of thousands, which just it kind of paints the picture. So he made a ridiculous amount of money, and Roblox caught on to it, and they're just like, whoa, 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 buddy, you cannot be doing that. That's cross trading. That's against TOS, and he was in hot water for weeks. And eventually he got it settled. I don't know how he settled it with Roblox. Maybe he paid them a lump sum or something. I don't know. But for a while there, PetSimX was in hot waters, and it almost seemed like they were going to get shut down. But he did get it figured out and went right back on the grind for updates. But I will say the Rainbow Pegasus, yeah, I think it was a Pegasus. Now that I'm saying the word, the Rainbow Pegasus got resold for over $1 million, and that happened. It didn't happen this year. I think it happened last year. So someone really wanted that rainbow pet so badly that they paid $1 million to the owner that bought it for 100,000. So that is absolutely crazy. I'm going to go to the bathroom for a minute. I think he sorted it out by removing the NFT features and all that stuff though. Yeah. Man, the music has turned into like the weirdest thing ever. I wonder who's all on. I don't... Hi, did you stop streaming or just take a break? Chai's normally traveling all the time. Chai is normally traveling most of the time. Most of his weekends, he's usually on a flight to somewhere. Which me personally, I don't see myself doing all the flights and stuff. We'll probably make it up to floor 14, but I don't think we're gonna make it that far into it. But one of these days we'll make it up to 15 with a group, and then that would be the day. Goodness, oh goodness. But no, we might try and make another TikTok video later on today. I don't know what we'll make it or what the topic would be for that, but I guess we might advertise the community game nights just in case if anyone wants to come join us for those type of streams, because that's really the only time that I really get to interact with really anyone from streams alone. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to do that. I'm going to go ahead and go right on over to the beginner dungeon. Oh, apparently my thing is still attacking it. Never mind, it closed. Oh, goodness. Vile leaf. Kind of curious. You know what? Let's look that up. Let us look that up. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, this is that guy. I should ask him how the streams are going. I think his username was Alpha Fox, or maybe it was just no, not Fox. I think it was just Wolf something. But no, he was a good guy. He did a lot of stuff. I should definitely ask him how everything's going. He streams over on PlayStation. Maybe one of these days we can actually play games with him. Like there's actually a lot of people that I always wanted to play games with, but I've just never like gone around to it. I'm usually one of those guys that love to make plans but just never really act on them. And it just seems apparent each time when I do it too. I guess if anything, it's kind of like one of my bad habits that I have. So I think we'll probably end it when we do the insane dungeon. So we'll get someone up to room 75, and then we'll probably end stream with that. I think that's going to be the plan. We'll go from room 1 all the way up to 75, and yeah. Either way, I still think the stream was a success today. We are going to be streaming tomorrow for sure. I don't know. I guess it all depends on what time we're leaving. If we're leaving at like 4 or 5, then yes, we can do the update stream for this game. We'll probably do a couple hours before and a couple hours after, just to get the full experience of the update itself. And we'll probably go continue doing the quest line. I feel like we should be strong enough to do the quest line for the update. There's probably gonna be like a few things going on. I see we got G-Sauce in here. Welcome, welcome. But yes, if you guys want to have any of the VIP Discord, VIP Discord. If you guys want to have any of the VIP server links, we do post them in the Discord itself. In order to join the Discord, all you guys have to do is type in !Discord in chat, and you guys will get the link. The link will be provided by Nightbot, and basically we post any of the VIP links that we use in the streams into a specific channel. The channel is right below the general channel. And if you guys ever need to get a hold of me for some reason, you guys can ping me in the general chat, and I usually get notifications through my mobile device, which is pretty nifty. Especially if you guys end up winning one of the giveaway prizes. It's probably the best way to get a hold of me. I know there was a few people that tried DMing me. That's probably not the best way to go about it, because I get a lot of people that request to DM me, and I usually don't look at those. So yes. I would say that would probably be the best way to go about it. But no, I think Wolf actually does a lot of donation streams. Or no, fundraiser streams. I'm pretty sure that's his gig. But either way, he is a good guy overall. So I would say definitely go check him out. Vile_Lyle? It's kind of spelled like Kyle, but it has an L instead. But no, I know so many Twitch usernames because I used to be on the Twitch grind, and it was terrible. The Twitch grind was terrible. I should have just stuck with YouTube. If I would have just done all the live streams on YouTube, then maybe. But oh well. You win some, you lose some. It's all fine. We're currently at room 55. We are going all the way up to 100 in this beginner dungeon, and we are going to be doing the insane dungeon right after, going all the way up to room 75. And then after that, we are going to be ending stream, but we do have a live stream happening tomorrow at some point. We do have to decide whether or not if we are going to do the Michael Zombie stream in the early morning, or if I figure out the time schedule of Saturday's plans. If we're leaving a little bit later, kind of like in the afternoon, like 3 or something, then yes, we can do the update stream. If we're leaving right around noon, then we cannot. So yeah, it'll pretty much be played by ear. And once I know, I'll let you guys know via the community section. I just can't talk in the mornings. It's just been a long day, and yeah. But either way, if my friend is streaming on Twitch in the mornings, I'll let you guys know in the Discord. Especially if you guys want to go hear him rage, I'll just have to drag him through the PvP area. And we can try and get that going. But no, I think one of the few things that I really enjoyed when I think it was like 2014. That was when I was playing PlayStation 4 a lot. There's a moment in time when I just really enjoyed something, but I never really went out and got it. If you guys don't know what that is loop stations. Loop stations are absolutely amazing. If you're not really that good at music and stuff, loop station was kind of like the cheap way of going about it to make your own music. And I got really into it because I listened to a lot of Swiss beatboxing. And Swiss Beatbox is basically a YouTube channel that pretty much shows off all the best beatboxers that are over the seas. Now we do have a few beatboxers in the US, but I will say on the technical standpoint, the ones over in Europe are way better. Especially in loop station battles. My favorite one is Pancakes. It's not spelled exactly like pancakes. I believe it's P-Y-N... oh no. P-E-N-K-Y-X, maybe? I think that might be how you spell it. Not entirely sure. But he was a pretty good one. He was more into electro music. Or MB14. MB14 is very popular nowadays. He's on Britain's Got Talent. He's done the voice over in Europe. He's just a overall like super talented person, and he definitely plays with the crowd and stuff. But he has an amazing voice. Now, do I have an amazing voice? No, I do not. I will freely admit that. If anything, I have a soft-spoken voice that I can't really exert too much, otherwise it just gets really scratchy. And I do not like the scratchy feeling. But, either way. Yeah. I think at some point we'll probably get a loop station, but I don't know, it's really more of a commitment at that point, because those loop stations are not cheap. I think they're like 500 or something. But that's just a constant thing though. I swear we can finally get these. I've been waiting to get those for so long. Alright, so I guess we'll just go wait over here. We are waiting for the insane dungeon to open up. Once it does, then we will be set. This is going to be the final dungeon run of the stream. So if you guys did enjoy the stream or even found it to be helpful, be sure to hit the subscribe button, because we do this on an every other day basis. Unless we're able to stream the update, sometimes it's a back-to-back kind of stream, but overall, we do spend a lot of time doing this. Hello, Lilo. Welcome back. So basically, we're almost getting ready to end stream, but we are going to be fully completing the insane dungeon all the way up to room 75 before we end. So we have still at least a good 12-13 minutes left of stream. But we were talking, thanks a lot for the help. I start today playing I Am Free to Play. The auto attack 2 OP. Yeah, the auto attack is ridiculous. It is definitely ridiculous. If you save up, you would be set, because then you can AFK grind at boss areas, because the 50 range is just the right amount that you need in order to hit the boss and open up eggs. And if you have that going, then you just have to put your auto clicker somewhere over here while you AFK grind overnight. But I'm hoping that we're not. I'm hoping that we don't leave town until like 3. If that's the case, then we can definitely do the update stream, which would be amazing. If we can do the update stream, then we'll definitely be able to do a few hours before and then like an hour or two after. For surely 1 hour. If we get 2 hours, then that would be pretty cool. But I learned from one of my longer streams, it's best to go a couple hours before the update. That way you're just slowly waiting and waiting for it to actually come. and then we can actually watch the countdown together. I know I know a lot of people like to watch the countdown at the fountain. I honestly don't really know why, but I mean, if that's what people want to watch, then we can definitely go do that. But yeah, so I think we'll have to push the community game nights off a day. Probably like Saturday nights or maybe Sunday early morning. It really just all depends on what's going on and really who's on as well. Because if nothing's really happening and there isn't really much going on Saturday night when we get back, then we'll probably do a stream right away. So really, there's just a lot of variables that happen. If it all lines up perfectly, then we can stream for a couple hours, maybe a few hours at that point. And then at some point, we are going to be planning on playing Michael Zombies. It's going to be a one-time stream where we only focus on playing Michael Zombies. I don't know if we're going to go for high rounds or if we're just going to run type of thing. Regardless, we are going to do something along those lines. I'm not too sure which map we're going to do. I'm kind of hoping to do the Giant, but I'm not going to use any like cheap camping spots or anything like that. I kind of like the idea of like doing like the zombie trains and stuff like that. And for some reason, I always wanted to call, like, you know, when you're running around in circles with the zombies, I always called it circuits. I'm always doing a circuit with the zombies. I don't know, it just seemed natural at the time whenever I was always playing Call of Duty Zombies. But I would always run circuits all the time, and really nothing would really stop me from doing it. Unless I made one like silly mistake. But that happened all the time. It always happens. So we'll probably use our drop team all the way up to room 40, and then we'll switch. We'll switch to our DPS. But yes. Goodness, oh goodness. At least 10 more minutes and it'll be almost 5 a.m. Finally hits range 70 out of 100. Nice. I will say the range 100 is definitely worth it. You could reach that door and that door with range 100, but I'm kind of hoping that they increase it to 110. That way you can fully clear it. Like, imagine if you could sit right here in the middle and cover this whole area. Like, just have the ring bigger than the room itself. Because then that would be absolutely broken. But if they did that, I bet they'll probably make it like 1,000 cost or something. So, something absurd. Something absurd for like the amount of gold needed. Alright, so we got one more room until we switch to our DPS team. There we go. And let's check in on our level. We got 78. Oh my goodness. We're gonna be hitting so hard. Let's go. There we go. Take a look at our overall DPS. So 476 billion. That's pretty good. I think we started it off at like 430, 440. Something like that. So it definitely went up by 30 billion, which is still pretty nice. Oh, and then what was our crits? 100% crit. Nice. That's exactly what we wanted to. So I guess it doesn't go it doesn't show anything else over 100, because then what's the point of showing anything above 100%? It's not like if you have a few extra percentages above it, it won't increase the crit chance, or not crit chance, crit damage. It won't do the crit damage at all. But either way, it is definitely still pretty interesting. So we still have at least another 30, like roughly 30 rooms to go, and we're going to be sitting in here for a decent while. I suspect maybe another 7 minutes. But either way, I hope you guys are all having a great day, and I hope that this stream actually helps you guys out a lot. Remember, we are doing this out of our free time, and if you guys are not subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button because we do plan on doing a lot more. As the game develops, I'm hoping that we can be there every step of the way to help you guys out in newer and better dungeons. I suspect that they might add in a 4th dungeon, especially when we get super strong, or maybe even a defense mode, because I really want the open all thing for the inventory, because I feel like that has to be a must at some point. It would make things so much better, especially for the free-to-play players that are trying to like max out their pity. That would definitely increase it by a lot. Even if it's not that much, like if your inventory is only like 300, still instantly opening up 300 would be amazing. So I see that being a possibility, not this update or the next update. It's probably going to be a future update at some point. But I don't see them doing what they did with Anime Fighters, where they made like a giant trial thingy. Or if they did, they would have to plan it out. They would have to plan it out to a certain extent. Because if they went in without a plan, then it might end up like Anime Fighters, where it's just like broken. And regardless what people say, I still feel like the reason why the fall of Anime Fighters happened is because of the drop rates being pretty much busted. Especially for the hard dungeon, I believe it was. Or I guess it wasn't really a dungeon. Maybe it was like hard trial. It was like that giant open map where you had to defeat so many enemies and get to the end. But I felt like that was the thing that really broke it, because I could literally go in there with nothing in the inventory and almost have max everything when coming out. So it was definitely game breaking. But at least we will have a good chance of being at least top 1000. Definitely not top 100. There's no chance of that happening. But if we're able to get a 3-star shiny secret right off rip, then that would be amazing. Then maybe top 100 might be possible. But for right now, I don't see that happening. Oh goodness, so we have another 13 more rooms to go, and we are making for some great time. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do the Impossible Tower. The Impossible Tower is just something that maybe next update we'll be able to reach room 75 a lot quicker. Hopefully we can upgrade our teams by a little bit more. But overall, I think that'll pretty much do it. I honestly don't really know what to talk about in these kind of streams. Just like I was saying before, we're basically just doing a tower run, and there isn't really anything interesting happening. But I did think about something. We could, so let's see. I hope people can carry Impossible Tower 20 next update, because 4th World would really help me. Oh, 4th Open, yes. So I know if anything, BXW should be up there, because he's at 156 billion for base power, and I'm only at like nearly 120, so he's like 40 billion stronger than me. But then again, he's running a full team of secrets, and I'm running kind of a half team. These three are just mythical fighters. Mythical 3-stars. But now if we had a full team of secrets, then yes, it would be a game changer. I mean, technically we could re-roll this one to get something decent and just use it for now. But then eventually you have to get rid of it. So I don't know. We could do that. But either way, I guess we'll just have to see. Let's see. If we did do that, let me. It would be base. That. To that. And let's just say if we get Brawler on it. What would that be like? 12 billion versus. Yeah, so it would be like night and day. $11 billion. Oh, 3-star shiny, there we go. Versus a non 3-star. I mean, they would be. This would be technically a little stronger even with Brawler on, just slightly. What trade on your shiny one? My shiny secret is Ethereal, and then we have Brawler on that one. So we got Ethereal on that one. Kind of a so-so one. Could be better. Could be better. I see. Yeah, I know at some point we're hoping to get Angelic. But I kinda want to see if we have the luck right now to try and do that. And I mean we're already up this late, so we could try and do it and just see. I mean we have 1800 opens, so we might be able to get something good. And it might be amazing if we could get it on stream too. So you know what? I think we might do that. We might do that. We won't do any more dungeon carries. We'll try and get a good trait. Because I feel like I have some sort of like lucky vibe when it comes to streams. Because we did end up pulling that shiny Mega Blazing Tiger, the last pet capsule stream, which was kind of amazing. But it was also a bummer finding out that we lost our Rainbow Mega Blazing Tiger. So I guess it was kind of a rip, but also kind of a win. Yeah. Because the way on how I lost that pet was they have the back button the same place where your best pet is. If you click it one too many times, you automatically put it into the trading without even realizing it. And the second that you hit accept and trade it off, well, now it's given to the other person. So you give away your best pet for free. And you don't even realize it. And the game devs basically said, well, I'm sorry, but that sounds more like a you problem. And that's kind of why I left their Discord. Yeah, I don't know why they'd do that. Yeah. So then I was telling Mono, I really want to make a TikTok video, but it would be more of like trying to bash on their game a little bit, but pointing out one of the biggest bugs of that being a bug. Because for traders that would be devastating. Traders that only try and play a game to trade would be devastated by that one fact that even if you lock your pets, you can still trade them off by accident. And with the game devs falling behind the idea of saying, well, that's more a problem for you than it is for us, is kind of a bad way to look at it. But if I'm able to get it up to the standards of partnership with a game or with a video that kind of bashes them, then it might be kind of funny. The one thing I wanted to do on the game to get partnership is just done through a bashing video. Would be just hilarious. But there is a catch. I don't know if I really want to promote the video so many times to reach that 100,000. Yeah, that'd be really funny. Oh yeah. Because I tried getting content creator and they basically said, sorry, you're not big enough, essentially. They're like, we're hoping for someone that posts more, it gets more views, this and that. And I was just like, ah. And I was telling Fire at one point. I was telling Fire that basically one of the moderators that are the big deciders on who gets it and who doesn't could literally just be like, oh, you know what, I'm not feeling it today, sorry, but you just can't get it. And so basically they just tell you a yes or a no based on how they're feeling. And that's basically on how they have it set up to get the content creator, because it's literally you plus 2 moderators in a private channel talking. So it is kind of a rip. Kind of a rip. Alright, so let's activate some of these. We'll activate a secret potion. And basically what we are doing, we are going to be re-rolling this. I'm hoping to get like Angelic. Or maybe we can get Deity. But I honestly don't know. Come on, Godspeed. We don't want Godspeed. We don't need Lucky 3. What can we get with our luck boost and secret boost? I guess if we just click really fast, we might get some good. So as you guys can see, we get a bunch of greens, a few purples. Oh man, the game can't keep up. So I guess quite a few purples, very little blues, very little amount of blues. And we're already 100 through. We still have 1800, or no, 1700. I'm hoping that we get a good mythical. Come on, mythical. Give us some good. We're getting a bunch of prodigies. We got a brawler. We don't want a brawler. We want a angelic or an Astra. Hopefully you get Deity. Yeah, Deity would be amazing. And I literally have everything maxed out for luck right now. So we should be good. Could have kept the hunter, but I don't really want the hunter. We're basically going for anything that's mythical and above. And knowing my luck, I'll get the ethereal again, because it's essentially what happened last time. Do one of those and then just do this just to switch it up. There was a greed. I mean, a greed would have been kind of nice, but nah. It hardly like boosts up anything. I love how I said greed and it like popped up again. Oh goodness. Maybe if we just, yeah, see, there's greed again. It's just coming back each time. Maybe if we say, man, I really hope we don't get a deity, it might just pop up. If you could roll double traits, that'd be amazing. Wait, you can roll double traits? I didn't really think that was possible yet. If token, oh, there's a 50% for a double trait. Ah, I see. That would be amazing. They said 50% chance. I guess we can use about 40 of these just to see. No, I said if you could. Oh. Oh, we'll do one more of those. I was gonna say, you're a liar. I spent like 20 and I didn't get to double. Oh man. This will be a major rip if I just don't get anything. No worries, you're good. I love how it said, sorry, but you're gonna lose this mythical forever. Maybe it was telling me a sign that I was just never gonna get another one. Or what if we take this, roll it once, or no, a couple times, and then go back. And we go back to here, then maybe it increases our luck. No, it doesn't. It does not. Oh goodness. I was really hoping to be like one of those YouTubers that are just like, maybe you guys, maybe if we do this and that and like type in chat like for extra luck, then we can get it. A random Goku secret, lol. Yeah, so I was farming that because I was like, you know what, we're gonna get a shiny 3-star secret, and I think I know just the place to do it, and we went to the second world and just got that secret instead. But then base wise, it's kind of bad when you compare natural secret to natural secret. But yeah. I guess maybe if we just go at this speed, we might be able to come across something. Or if we just go super fast, it should tell us if we got one. You should be able to hear the clicking in the background. Assuming that I have the microphone gain up loud enough. Come on, game. Don't do this to me. I've already spent nearly 300. Probably a little more than 300 by now. Yeah, we can hear it. Yeah. So basically, I have to have the gain up loud enough just because I have like, I'm more of a soft-spoken person. So, yeah. It's just one of the few things, and you, knowing it, you could probably hear the fan too. I have the fan at this 3 setting, so it is kind of loud, but it also keeps the room nice and cool. So, oh my goodness, what is going on, game? How come people can spend 10 rerolls and get like a deity, and then I spend like probably 500 and end up with the same thing? That's literally what happened last time. I don't think we can hear the fan. All right, good. But no, this game is being so unfair. I've been very due diligent in farming the game, and I just cannot get a mythical whatsoever. And literally last time we spent over 500 rerolls just to end up with ethereal again, right on the same fighter. We had 500 mats, and that's exactly what happens. It was one of our last rerolls, and I was like, never again are we gonna be trying to get something. And here we are, yet again. All you gotta do is 3 rolls on the non-shiny secret, and then go back to the shiny. But see, that's the thing. If I switch and it like, here, watch this. This is my luck. Hold on. We'll do this 10 times. My luck is that it's going to end up with the mythical like boost and stuff on it. That's typically my luck. It'll end up on the worst one out of the bunch, and I will just get like, I'll have deity on that one and not this one. Yeah. Hey, maybe if we just do auto. Use materials. I would love this one and that one and that one. But I do not want any of the other ones. Start. We still have 12 minutes. You're right. You know what? I don't even care. We'll put ethereal back on there, and knowing it, we're gonna get ethereal again, and it's gonna be a major rip. Hello, Turk. What's going on? Basically, what we're doing right now is that we are running for a good trait. We're trying to get a mythical or a deity. And we started off with 1800 mats. And as you can see, it's not going well. It's not going well at all. But if we're able to get something good on this one, then we would be set. We are going to get this one up to 3-star shiny secret. And we started off with ethereal. I'm trying to get angelic. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Guys, look, we got deity. Let's go. We only spent 700 and something. Oh my god, that is our first deity ever. Our very first deity, and look at that, 40 billion. I know. That is a good way to end stream on. That is definitely a good way to end the stream on. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. That is crazy. Here, wait. Let's select deity. So this is what it would be like if it was in the team at 3-star shiny. Yes. Right now it's 2-star and it's at, wait. So if we do this for our teams and go up to this, oh my goodness, 64 billion. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. And we jumped up. We almost caught up to BXW in one go. Oh man, now if we can get it up to 3-star shiny, that is going to be a game changer. It jumps up like almost 10 billion. You can definitely do 15 plus on tower now. Yeah, we can definitely do it now. Alright, well, we definitely maxed up, or we definitely capped up a little bit more. But overall, the deity rate on stream was definitely a win. Even though we spent more than 700 rerolls on it, I will say that's my first deity ever rerolling in like the tower, in the trait machine itself. It was definitely something I was not expecting. But either way, it was still a pleasant surprise. So if you guys enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you guys have not, leave a like and comment down below your thoughts. Because I swear, we have the best streamer luck ever when it comes to like anything in games. We had a few moments where we actually got the most ridiculous amount of luck. And we are just super good at it. But when we're trying to do videos and stuff, our luck is terrible. It's like bottom of the garbage and stuff. It's just god awful. But either way, I hope you guys all enjoyed. We are going to be streaming tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to do the early morning stream. We'll probably push back the community game night probably to Saturday night or even Sunday morning, depending on what's all going on Saturday. But if we are still in town, like let's say if we don't leave town until like 3 p.m, then yes, we will stream the update for this game. To be looking forward to that, and to really be able to let you guys know, I will be keeping you guys updated in the Discord. So be sure to go join the Discord by just typing in !Discord and you guys will have the link. Or I do have the link in one of my community posts. All you guys have to do is go to the YouTube channel, to the community, and just scroll down and you should find the Discord link soon enough. But either way, I hope you guys all enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. See ya.